Oops, wait a minute. LinkedIn. Oh, more than 15 minutes early or 2 hours late. For some reason, it popped up a message there. Sorry. Go live. Come on. What are you doing? I'm not more than 15 minutes early, and I'm not more than 2 hours late. Oh, actually, we are. Hang on a second. I saw this. I saw something and I freaked out over it because it said in here. Okay, here we go. My bad. Okay. Okay, let's go. 1:15 p.m. Now will it let me change it? I am sorry, folks. I really I need to do something. Okay. You'd think after well over 100 shows that you
got it.
Challenges, right?
Always.
All right. I just need to delete that one. Okay. Delete. Okay. All right. Remove that. Add it back in. We're good to go. Whew. Sorry about that. Okay. Here we go again. Take a deep breath. I need that meditation, Lucas. Okay. And we're showing us live. Folks, this is Collaboration Conversations. We are real, live, raw, in the moment, human. We make mistakes. So I have no idea what you saw in the last couple of minutes, but we're here and we're ready to get started. Hopefully, we're on every place that we need to be. I am excited today. Of course, you know I'm Regina Partain-Bergman, CEO of Bridgeport Strategy, and I'm excited today to bring you another guest co-host and the amazing panelists that he has brought to the show. So welcome Chaminda Tennakoon, who helps businesses increase revenue by building their brand. Welcome, Chaminda. Great to see you today.
Thank you, Regina.
Chaminda, would you please take a couple of minutes and share a bit about your journey getting to where you are now and who you serve and why that's important to you?
Well, I've come across a certain plateaus, and well, we all have. So there was a situation where I was investing so much money on a business, and it all went downhill, and everything. I invested more than £200,000, and it was a real waste. It didn't grow because I wasn't focusing on the marketing and the sales. Anyway, so it went downhill. I had to shut down the business, and then came the divorce. So I had to go through a divorce.
Oh, I'm
and
so sorry.
then I lost where I was. I had nowhere to go. And then I thought, okay, now I had to restart. That's when the energy pumped up, and I thought, okay, the biggest revenge is massive success. So I need to restart, get there. And then we found out the new business, me and my now wife. So and we just built it up from scratch within about 2 years. We went from like nothing to more than 100,000 actually. So that was a very good achievement. The first year is normally very hard. So and finding clients. Anyway, so that's my journey. And who do I serve? I serve mainly business strategists who are settled but looking for more clients, because we have a team based in Sri Lanka mainly, because that's where I'm from. They do the content and the engagement for the clients, and that they find the ideal clients and book calls basically. So that's what I do, and it's been very entertaining because when they win, you feel like we win as well. So it's very good in a way, serving others, finding
Right.
clients, and increasing revenue. So that's what we do.
Right. And I think you and I met when you were probably in that other business, because it's been several years since we met and have kind of stayed in touch off and on over those
No,
years.
it was this business actually.
It was this business? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just been a couple of years then. Okay. Seemed like it had been longer, Chaminda.
I know.
Chaminda, would you please introduce each of our guests and have them share their journey and who they serve and why?
Of course. I will start with how they joined. So Sonia first. I think that's fair. So Sonia, I met. I don't know how we met, but anyway, she is within a very few days. We've become like friends, and she's based in Portugal, and she is willing to serve people as well. So we got together, and now she's here. I'll let Sonia tell you guys about the journey. Actually,
You want me to share it now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hello to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to serve people. I think we all relate with this. We want to serve people. We want to make them happy. We want them to achieve their goals. We want them to have the best version of themselves. So it's good to come together to this common ground. So I applaud everyone here, and thank you for having me here as well. So I am a psychologist. So I have been practicing for 21, 22, I don't know how many, how many years, 20 plus years. And this is my passion. This is really my passion. This is a gift I have. And I have been doing so many trainings to achieve more and more, and to be able to serve myself and to serve others as well. So this is a great gift I have. I do one-on-one sessions, but as well with families and couples. And my main goal is to help them to heal their wounds from the past, and at the same time, for them to create the best life they want to achieve. So I work in the past, in the future as well. I work with them, and it has been a pleasure. And even today, I was doing one-on-one session, and by the end of it, well, two one-on-one sessions, and they said the same. I asked them, what is your key takeaway from this session? And both said, I am more light, I am more relaxed. So I think I help people in this to be lightened and to be more relaxed and more calm as well. So this is one of the things. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, and I have a book as well. It is in Portuguese. It's called Accept It. It Will Hurt Less. It's Portuguese in Portuguese. Maybe one day it will be in English. And I have another one that's coming out maybe a few days away. It's called The Book of Questions in Portuguese as well, but maybe one day in English.
Before we go on, Chaminda, we're getting a little feedback somewhere. So let's all mute unless we're speaking, if you're okay with that. And that way we can minimize that.
you've muted as well, Regina.
Yeah. So Chaminda, would you go ahead and introduce our next panelist?
Sure, thank you. So the next panelist is Lucas. Lucas and I have been friends for a while, actually. He's a client as well, and we have been working alongside together, helping each other for a long period. We actually met in a meditation retreat in London. It was about more than 5 years ago, or maybe even 6 or 7, I can't remember. But yeah, Lucas I will let Lucas talk about his journey. I know a little bit, but it's better coming from him.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chaminda, for introducing me and for inviting me, and also Regina. And I'm very happy to be here. And I really connect to the serving people and making them feel lighter and happier and helping them achieve their goals. And what I have in common with Chaminda is also the divorce story. So I also went through that, and I have a son who is now 7. And that for me was kind of the real wake up call, let's say, for the business. Like, I tried to start another business before, and I always wanted to be my own boss because I have a lot of ideas, and I feel like just contributing creatively into the world is something that really fulfills me. So I'm just very passionate about that. And I thought that will be very easy. I thought, yeah, I do a 3-month business mentoring program and that's going to be it. And well, after the 3 months, I realized, no, that's not how business works. And it's a journey. Like, being an entrepreneur is a journey, and it's an exciting journey. And at times, like Chaminda said, it's a very challenging journey. If you lose your investments, or if things don't work out, or something starts working out, suddenly it's no longer working out. Like, there's a lot of volatile forces that you can't control. And sort of focus what I'm doing now, going to the second question, who do I serve? I serve people who are very driven. So that's either entrepreneurs, but that might also be professionals. And I help them with finding a balance in their life in terms of their exercise habits and their self-care. Because I realized in my divorce that it's, and I'm sure Sonia can relate, like when you have certain wounds from your past, or something happens like a divorce that is a big wound that brings up a lot of stuff, and then you need some ways to stabilize. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, like if you can't work, like nobody will pay you money if you don't work, if you run a business, basically. So that's why I focus on that. And from my own personal journey, just realizing that exercise plays such a huge part. I mean, the healing, of course, and also the exercise and your daily habits. So yeah, I'm kind of the habit coach, you could say. That's what I do. I run a group program there, and I'm very passionate about habits, and it's about making people happy and serving them. Yeah. And empowering entrepreneurs. Like, I just love entrepreneurship. I'm very happy to be here and excited to see what develops in this conversation. Thank you, Chaminda and Regina.
Thank you, Lucas. So I'm going to introduce Elizabeth now. All these actually, the reason I invited them was because of their passion. They're passionate about helping others. And I am similar to them. That's why I have a lot of clients who I can invite. But I was thinking, no, these people are so concerned about the clients and serving them. So Elizabeth is another person. When I had the first call, I realized I asked some questions just to get clarity on that, and it was proven that no, we need to do this because this is how they get the results. So they were all talking about the results, and Elizabeth was another person. So I'm going to introduce Elizabeth now. Yes, please, Elizabeth, if you could tell us about your journey.
Good afternoon. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, US. So my name is Elizabeth Yusoro. I'm a first generation immigrant, originally from Nigeria. And we're looking for the American dream. Here we are. But now you get here and everybody tells you, you save, you invest in stocks, you invest in bonds, you invest in, everybody's telling you, automate the process and then you're going to live the dream. Give yourself some time. Oh, no, don't start from there. Go to school. When you go to school, everybody has a piece of advice for you how to get to the American dream. But then I now asked myself, I am driven. I'm obeying instructions. I'm carrying out all these roadmaps. But nobody tells you what to do to prevent a financial crisis. What's a financial crisis? You're on your way to work and boom, there's a crash. You were on your way to fulfilling your American dream. But what happens? Nobody tells you, that a stroke could happen. Nobody tells you, oh, natural disasters could happen. No, nobody tells you anything that it's not, like on the roadmap. You have to do this to get this. So nobody tells you about the fact that there could be a fire. You need a fire extinguisher in your kitchen to prevent, the fire from spreading. Nobody tells you any real life situation. And that is the one thing that can alter the path and alter your life, not just the path of your goal and your achievement, but it could alter your life as well. So I made it my life's mission to speak to people and say, hey, why don't we plan like there's no tomorrow? Make it look as if whatever the case, I'm going to be in charge. You don't leave anything to nature. You don't leave anything to chance. You put everything the best way you can into something that you can control. And who do I serve? I serve 25 to 40 years. It could be plus or minus another 10. So men and women in America, Puerto Rico, and Canada. And so these people, I sit with them and we just have a conversation, because a lot of people, they live paycheck to paycheck. They don't see beyond tomorrow. But if you just have a conversation, you would tell yourself, how didn't I see this? That is, I just bring people to the realization that we are alive, because this is life.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much. What a great panel, Chaminda, that you've brought together. And I love that the theme is that passion to serve. So let's use that as our jumping off place for our discussion. And so what I was thinking about is I actually wrote something down as you were all talking. Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. So when we have such a passion to serve, and I totally relate to that because that's me as well, to serve and to make a difference, how have you utilized collaboration to enhance your ability to serve and make that difference in the world that you desire to make? And feel free to unmute and share your thoughts and comments, and we'll go on this question until we exhaust our responses, and if we have time, we'll take another. So who would like to go first? How have you used collaboration to enhance your ability to serve? So, Lucas?
Oh, yeah. But please, Elizabeth, you raised your hand.
Elizabeth.
You can go first.
Okay.
True gentleman, Lucas. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas. Collaboration is everything. So without stability in your mental health, you can't even focus right.
Right.
So if you have a challenge, it's like I have a headache. My legs will be weak, even though my legs don't feel pain. So collaboration is everything. Someone who needs assistance with maybe their medical needs, that person, you call like you need a holistic practitioner or you need a medical doctor. So right. different needs need different services. So in terms of collaboration, one person can't do everything.
Yes.
So I call Chaminda and I ask him, can you help me with this? And then I can call Sonia and say, hey, do you have like a Zoom service so you can help my client with this? Because at the end of the day, you by yourself, you can't satisfy everybody. You can only do a little part.
Very true.
Collaboration is everything.
Yeah, I love that, Elizabeth. Thank you. Lucas?
So for me, the biggest shift with the whole collaboration theme was the moment I realized there's people out there who just want to help you. Like I used to think it's always a trade. You always need to trade something. And I'm not saying trading is bad. Like trading is amazing, right? It's great if everybody wins. But sometimes it's just people just want to help. And going into that, for example, I went to a retreat actually some time ago, and I didn't have any money to go there. And somebody gifted me the tickets because they got the tickets and they got sick and it just gifted me the tickets. And I mean, I had some connection and I had done something for that person, right? But that wasn't the reason. I was feeling they were just trying to contribute to me and help my life. And then I went there and I actually didn't have a place to sleep. And I was like, I'm really scared. I don't know where I will sleep when I go there, but I will just go there and trust it. And that is a big one for me. It's like there is a net that you can rely on where you just relax and you trust that things will work out. And that's a very scary thing sometimes, but it's great to start relaxing into that. I'm not talking about, because Elizabeth, you mentioned the planning. I'm not saying like be completely reckless, don't plan your future or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the state of mind of trusting, and then also yourself extending that trust. Like I have had clients that I didn't charge, that were like going through divorce, and I was just like, I want to help this person, and I was going through a rough time at that point in my life, back when I was going through my divorce. And after the session with the client, where I was serving him, I was feeling better than before. That wasn't draining me. The giving and the sharing, that was lifting me up, doing that.
Right.
And that's what I want to share on collaboration. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Lucas. Sonia?
Yeah, I appreciate, Lucas, what you said, and Elizabeth, and I will complement with one thing. Tony Robbins says that the secret to living is giving. So, and I find this quote very, very powerful. And I relate to you, Lucas, because I was attending one program 2 months ago, and one of my mates from the UK that was attending it as well. He told to the people that I sold my card in order to attend this event, to pay it and to attend it. And at that time, I became so touched with this. I thought, he needs help. He wants to thrive. He wants to become better. He was suicidal. And I thought, I have to help him. So I decided to try to give one of my tickets from the next training to him. It was impossible. And I told him, well, I'm trying to do this thing. It's not possible. And he was very grateful, even though it was not, I couldn't make it. And he was so grateful. And like a connection started to happen, and I said, we'll try this way, and if it's not possible, don't worry, I have a plan C. And the plan C is, you will come to my place in Portugal from the UK. You will come to my place to attend this event, because I know you will grow from this event. So he's about to come on 4th of June. He's coming to my place to attend this. And so I am giving. I am not expecting anything from him, but I do know, if I'm planting this seed in him, I know if I need something, he will give his best to help me out. So I think this is a beautiful way of living. Give as much as you can, and somewhere, somehow, someday, the universe, whatever, God, it will give it back to you. And I think that's very powerful. And this way we all relate to each other. We are here to support each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaminda?
Yes, thank you. Oh, this is actually making me like emotional. But yeah, I believe so much in giving. And the one thing my wife says is she learned giving from me, because I I try to give a lot. It's just without expecting anything back, and it has given me a lot back. But the problem a lot of people have is they try to expect before they give something, or they try to expect it as soon as they give something. That is where the problem is. The secret is just give, and you will start getting. Once you start getting, it's not going to stop. It's like serving someone without limitations. Just serve. Don't worry about how much you're getting back.
Yeah.
Just serve, and one day you will get it back For example, I have Lucas, and Lucas arranged a webinar. And for me, he didn't get anything out of it. He said, I have a group of people, a group of entrepreneurs. I will just arrange a webinar for you. You just do a sales webinar or something. I can't even remember what I did it on. And then after the webinar, I think 5 people converted out of 35. So he just did it. And these are people like that who are in front of me. So yeah, it's so powerful. And I have a lot of clients who I collaborate with, and it's a win-win. There's no loss to anyone. We need to help each other. That's how we develop. And that's when we all grow. There is no competition. It's just helping each other will grow both. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
love about this. And thank you, Regina. And I learned a lot from you as well. I have to say that.
Thank you. Awesome. Elizabeth, you had a comment?
Yeah, and I just want to commend Chimanda because, for one, his name sounds like my Igbo brother. So when I heard the name, I said, "Oh, that's my brother." And then I saw the face. Oh, yes, this is my brother for sure. Then when I heard the voice, I was like, "Nope, this is not my brother. Where are you from?" But what stood out for me the most, I've had other people that rendered the same service that gave a better pricing than he did. But what stood out for me the most is he said, "You have a lot of passion, and everybody needs to hear you speak. You know what I'll do for you? I would put you on every platform, even if you don't pay me." And then I told him, "Hey, you just said that." He said, "Oh, I take that back." So now I see where he's coming from, because the truth is, if you serve, there is no end to service. You don't know when to draw the line from,
Yeah.
do I get
You
paid
just
for
serve,
this?
right?
Yeah, you just keep.
You
So
just serve.
collaboration is service. Let's just
Yes.
put it that way.
Yes. Sonia said something a minute ago that gave me an image that I want us to talk about a little bit. And Sonia, you mentioned planting seeds. And my mind immediately went to, what is it, the banyan tree in Hawaii that has these huge, huge branches. I mean, some of their branches cover an acre of land, from one tree kind of a thing. It's just, they're huge. But they're so networked as well, And I thought, what does the tree look like that grows from the seeds that we plant through serving others? What does our tree look like? And I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. What's it done for you, in terms of your relationships or your business? Or, I mean, we know we all feel really good about giving that service and serving, but as you're doing that collaboration and you're planting those seeds and you're serving, what's growing for you? What's your tree look like? Lucas, you're nodding. Got a thought you can share with us?
Yeah, so my thought is, the first one that came to mind was just the act of serving is it's shaping your mind. Like the way you act, it will leave an imprint on you. If you have a lot of positive thoughts of giving to others, it will leave an imprint on you, like on your body, like on the
Yes.
mind and on the body. Like if you're very stingy and always stressed, like your muscles will get tense to the point where you can't, and maybe people like that, right? Who are like, they have a tense neck. I mean, that might be related to postural issues as well, but a lot of
Sure.
emotion also, it affects the body. So, I mean,
Yes.
that's a repayment of that you get yourself. You just feel better and lighter, right?
I like that.
And the other thing is just the unexpected, like people that just, you serve and you give to them, and then suddenly they pop up, and in a moment where I'm like, oh, why is this person liking and sharing my post on Facebook? I'm like, it's so interesting. And it's because maybe at some point I served them, or they just appreciate my service.
Right.
So they want to give back. And I'm
So
like,
they're watering your tree.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you're right. Yeah. That's
They're
beautiful.
watering and feeding your tree.
Right. So it's you're feeding other people's tree and they're
Yeah.
feeding your tree.
Yeah.
And it's a joyful act. Yeah. No, I like
Love
that.
it. Sonia, I love that
Yeah,
look of
that's
glee on your
beautiful.
face.
Yes. Yes, that's beautiful because we are doing that to each other, and that's why our trees. And I am looking at my tree, and it has lots of flowers. It's
Uh-huh.
big, it's very big, and I see it with lots of flowers. It has to be pink flowers. I love pink, and it's so beautiful because when I am serving others, I'm serving myself as well, right? It's like it's growing my tree,
Yes.
and the flowers are blossom, and so we are nurturing each other. And I feel when I give something to someone, I feel so good. A few days ago, I was speaking with a person, and she said, "I am so concerned about my daughter. I don't want to fail." And I told her, "You will fail anyway. Don't worry. You will fail anyway." So knowing this, please do whatever you feel it's the best option
Yes.
for your daughter, because she was very concerned about her daughter, and she was afraid to do it, to fail. And I said, "You will fail." And you will fail. So do the best you can with your pure heart. And a few days later, she told me, "Sonia, that conversation was so important to me because you took out a weight that I was having in my body. And that made me smile, and that made my tree
Yeah.
bigger and
Yes.
with more flowers." And it's so good. And I want to say something because Chaminda was, when I met him, he was very kind to me and very flexible with me. So, and this is collaboration as well.
Yes.
Let's see what can we do. Let's figure out a solution together, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much for that, Chaminda. Yeah.
Chaminda?
Well, it's a collaboration. I have to actually mention you. What you're doing for others. It's just a prime example. You don't
Thank you.
have to spend the Friday evening trying to promote other people, right?
Thank
So
you.
you're doing this without any
It's
charge.
it's
So thank
service.
you.
Yeah.
This is service. So this
Yes.
is pure service. That's why we all love you. So this is what we need to be doing. Everyone need to be doing, and this is what I tell my clients as well when they are helping clients. Most of them who are connected, who are my clients, they are like me anyway.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't
Which
even
like
have
attracts like. Yes.
exactly. But yeah, just a recent uh, example I had was I'll not mention names. Regina knows who it is, but it's a New York Times bestseller. Came to me, booked a call with me, and I was amazed. I'm like, okay. And she comes to me and she tells me, oh, Regina was talking about you, and Jacqueline was talking about you, Amanda was talking about you. And I was like, how do I not know this person? So I booked a call with you. So this is how collaboration works. So we all work together, we are helping each other, and there's no loss to anyone when we do
Right.
that.
Yes.
And I love this.
I like the way Lucas put it that, as we help somebody else's tree grow, ours grows, right? Yeah. I think it was Lucas that said
Yes.
words to that effect. But yeah, that it and to me there's just no greater joy in the world than helping somebody and being a part of making a difference. I always talk about I like to be part of the ripple effect, that as I help my clients, they go out and change the world. And I'm part of the ripple because I had an impact on them and them being able to make the difference in the world that they're making. Yeah. So important. Elizabeth?
You just nailed it because I wrote down ripple effect.
Ah,
You know, what nobody knows is You give strength to a man. He goes to his family. He becomes a better husband. He becomes a better father. So
Yes.
what price can you put on that?
Yes.
So, when you talk about seeds are deep. You know how many seeds are in an apple, or you don't know how many apples are in one seed, because that seed can become a tree that keeps producing fruits every year, every season. So seeds are deep. So if everybody
Yes.
looks at their service like seeds, and then you now become conscious to make sure that these seeds are good, then it means the world is going to be a happy place. I treat you the way I want to be treated. If I don't want you to, do me dirty, I won't do you dirty. And everybody's going to be happy. So I'm so glad that Chaminda said this person recommended him, that person recommended, and all of these people recommended him to one person who he doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just
Seeds.
imagine that they said, okay, and good things and bad things, they fly. Actually, the bad news, they fly faster.
Say that again.
The bad news, they fly faster.
Uh-huh.
So if it was a bad news, it probably would have been a long time ago that that those news went around town.
Yes. Yes.
But the good news, a recommendation has to be before you for you to, remember to recommend someone. But then this is ripple effect. This is seeds. This is what collaboration is about. So you plant a good seed, you get a good harvest, you get a bountiful harvest. Thank you.
Yes. One of the things that you said too there, Elizabeth, in terms of the ripple effect, and you said you help a man and he becomes a better father, a better husband, all of that. When I started my coaching business, one of the things that I was doing was helping couples. And if you see over my shoulder, my first book is called Bulletproof Your Marriage, which Sonia, I would love to visit with you about. It's an international bestseller book, but we took the book and created a couples retreat out of it, a 2-day couples retreat. And at the time I owned a bed and breakfast in my home, and I would bring the couples to my home for 2 days. We'd put them up in the B&B, feed them, take care of everything. And then we were doing a beta version, right? Testing it out. And the results were phenomenal. We had such success and such wonderful success stories. One couple had been in counseling for at least a couple of years, and they said they got more out of that 2 days than they had in the 2 years of being in counseling. Now, I don't know if their marriage survived it or not. We've not kept in touch, but I decided, okay, let's take this on the road. This is working. Let's take it on the road. And so I booked some venues and started promoting it and got crickets. And it was like, okay, I cannot get these businessmen to come to a couple's, to a retreat for their marriage. So I thought, okay, if I can't go in the front door, I'll go in the back door. And so we go in the door of saving the business. So my motto actually became save a business, save a marriage, because we know that if the business is in trouble, it's creating havoc at home, right? And all of this creates a generational effect, right? What our children learn in our home is typically what they go out and reproduce. I won't say always, because I came from a very broken home, but created something different in my life. So it's not always, but it comes back to that ripple effect. And how can we make a difference in the world by doing what we do and by serving in the way we serve? So, yeah. Anyway, now you know a little bit more about me. And marriage and family is part of what drives me to create or to help businesses to be more successful. So that's very important to me. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move into our wrap-up round, because I don't think we have time for a full round of questions or question and answer on another area. So we're going to move into our wrap-up round, and Chaminda is going to run that. And he's going to call on each of you, including himself, to share your final thoughts on collaboration and your contact information. And while you're doing that, I will put your comments into the chat for folks to be able to see your contact information as well. So Chaminda, I turn it over to you.
Thank you. So I'll go with the same flow, starting with Sonia. So if you could tell us, everyone who's watching this, about what you think about collaboration, final thoughts, please.
Yes, of course. So this that we are doing now, this is collaboration, right? So when one person is talking with another one and when they are interacting, many things can come out from this. So one person mentioned the seed, the other person mentioned the tree, the other person mentioned other things. So this is what happens when we are together interacting and collaborating. What we are doing becomes better, and I think this is amazing. And my last quote will be the same one that I have used early. The secret to living is giving. So please start giving more, because that's important, and you will plant so many seeds and beautiful trees will come out from this. So I really love the analogy. So that's really amazing. And should I say my contacts?
Yes, please.
Yes.
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 Okay. I don't know if I have more time or
No,
this
you're
is
good. You're good.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So Sonia Cardeira, I do online one-on-one sessions or couple sessions as well, therapy sessions. I do it, and you can see me on Instagram. You have it there. It will be posted, right? And my email is Sonia_Cardeira dot hotmail.com. And yeah, and my phone number is there as well on WhatsApp. Yeah, so
Awesome.
if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out.
Awesome. Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. So I'll go to Lucas now. So Lucas, about the final thoughts on collaboration and your contacts, please. Thank you.
So my final thoughts are practical ones, and that is, I feel what often stops us from collaborating and engaging with people is when we have fear and when we have old patterns of separation, where we think like, no, I cannot trust others, they want to get something from me, or I need to do this and that. And the input that I want to give is, it's the same with habits. It's just the continuous refocusing of the mind changes the mind, like with the body. When we condition the body with exercise or with healthy food, then we change the body, and we can do the same with the mind. So if somebody is listening to this and they feel like, wow, I love this idea of collaboration, but I have real challenges to make that happen, it's just the consistency of staying with it and the trusting also in that process. And like all what we said here, that the allowing the tree to grow and watering other people's trees and relishing in the beauty of that and refocusing on that. That is my contribution to this here.
Excellent. And Lucas, you have an event coming up, correct?
Oh, that's correct. Yes. So
Could you tell us about that quickly?
Yeah, thank you, Regina, for reminding me. So that is next Monday on the 27th at 5 p.m. UK time. And that is a webinar on helping entrepreneurs create momentum in their business. And I am doing group coaching that is focused on helping people establish an exercise habit. So that's a very practical thing. My website is called mykeystonehabit.com. That's my website. And if somebody wants to reach me directly by email, that's lucas@mykeystonehabit.com.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you, Lucas. So it's Elizabeth now. Your final thoughts and what you do and your contact details, please.
Well, I'm so grateful to be here. Collaboration is everything. And then collaboration makes our clients whole, because I work from home, so I take a walk every day, as at least an hour Most days I don't, but I try. So, so, you know, psychology is something that is new to a lot of people, so they don't like to talk about their feelings. Everybody loves to eat their feelings. So but if I can tell someone, hey, go to Sonia, you need help, because we can't be talking about, and you see all of the things that the doctors don't see, the psychologist sees. If you have a healthy mind, chances are that your body is going to be healthy. So now, what is my final thought? Collaboration is everything. But when you watch the news and you see a disaster that just happened, and you ask yourself, if this happened to me, and you still have a smile on your face, then you're good. But if you watch the news with terror and dread in your heart, knowing that if this happened to you, your loved ones will be in trouble, then please do reach out. I have a personal Facebook group, and I put the link out there, and you can reach me. My Instagram is Elizabeth Usoro, my LinkedIn, Elizabeth Usoro. I'll be happy to serve people in America, Canada, and Puerto Rico. Because guess what? Only today is sure. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. If you say you love someone, then prove to them that you do. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. Chaminda.
Thank you. Well, the final thoughts on collaboration is like Elizabeth said, it's everything. The key is to not focus on what you're getting, just keep giving, focus on the giving, and you don't know who's in front of you. People try to judge people, people change. And the person in front of you might be your biggest client. He might bring you the best clients, but don't expect that. But serve him like your biggest client. Every person in front of you, respect them and serve them the the best you can. Do the best you can, and it, like I said, it will start coming back. So yeah, that's my thoughts, and connect with whoever you can. And thank you, Regina. It's really great to be in here, and yeah, I'm glad about all the guests who are here as well. They are really nice people. And finally, what I do and what I serve. Well, I help entrepreneurs, like I said, getting more leads and more clients. So I have a team. Um, they will book the calls for you. So if anyone wants to get a free advice, like I said, free clarity call, I'll share the Calendly link as well. So you can book a free call with me or my one of my team members, and they will take you through everything, the business and where you are struggling to find clients, because we have a process that works. That's what we apply for clients. So yeah, there's no special event, but anytime you can book a call, have a call, and get free advice.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Chaminda. Thanks to each of you. It's been such a pleasure to get to know you. I'm so grateful that Chaminda brought all of you onto the show today, and your smiling faces and your attitudes and of service and all that you're doing in the world. You're truly making a difference. So it's a pleasure to be with you today. And folks, that wraps up another episode of Collaboration Conversations. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.